Courage to act is what separates those who talk about success from those who actually achieve it. Many people have dreams, ideas, and goals, but they never take action because fear holds them back. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of judgment. These are the invisible chains that keep people stuck in the same place year after year. But courage is not the absence of fear. It is the decision to move forward despite fear. It is the ability to take a step even when you do not know what the outcome will be. Most people wait for perfect conditions before they act. They tell themselves they will start when they feel more ready, when they have more experience, or when the timing is right. But there is no perfect time. Waiting for the perfect moment is just another way of avoiding action. The people who succeed are not the ones who wait for confidence to come before they move. They are the ones who take action even while they are afraid. Confidence is not something you are born with. It is something you build by repeatedly stepping out of your comfort zone. Fear is a liar. It exaggerates risks, magnifies doubts, and makes you believe that failure is worse than it actually is. Many times, the things people are afraid of never even happen. And even when they do, they are never as bad as fear made them seem. But the cost of inaction is real. Every day spent waiting is a day wasted. Every opportunity ignored is a step further from the life you are meant to live. Regret is always worse than failure. Failure can be a lesson, but regret is a heavy burden to carry. Courage is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The first step is always the hardest, but once you take it, the next one becomes easier. The more you act despite fear, the more fearless you become. People who are seen as brave are not people who never feel fear. They are people who have trained themselves to act in spite of it. They have learned that fear loses its power when you face it head on. One of the biggest enemies of courage is overthinking. When you overanalyze everything, you create problems that do not even exist. You convince yourself that you are not ready, that you are not good enough, that you need more time. But thinking alone does not create results. Action does. Some of the greatest success stories came from people who acted before they had all the answers. They did not wait to feel ready. They started, learned along the way, and figured things out as they moved forward. People who lack courage spend their lives watching others live the life they wish they had. They see others take risks, pursue their dreams, and achieve great things, while they stay in the same place, paralyzed by fear. But there is no reward for playing it safe. Playing it safe only guarantees one thing: staying exactly where you are. Every great accomplishment in history was made possible by someone who was willing to take a risk. Every breakthrough, every invention, every major achievement required courage. Courage is not just for the big moments. It is for the small decisions you make every day. It is the courage to have difficult conversations, to step into new opportunities, to speak up when it is easier to stay silent, to push forward when quitting seems like the better option. It is the courage to believe in yourself when no one else does, to keep going when you have failed before, to stand firm when the world tells you to give up. Excuses are the enemy of courage. Excuses make fear seem reasonable. They disguise hesitation as wisdom. But at the root of every excuse is fear. People say they are waiting for the right time, but what they are really waiting for is fear to go away. The problem is, fear never truly goes away. The only way to defeat fear is to take action in the presence of it. Courage is making a decision to move forward, no matter what doubts or insecurities try to hold you back. When you look at the people who inspire you, the ones who have achieved success, made an impact, or built something meaningful, there is one common thread. They had the courage to act. They did not let fear stop them. They did not wait for guarantees. They did not allow doubt to keep them on the sidelines. They stepped forward, took risks, and embraced the uncertainty that comes with pursuing something great. Courage is the key that unlocks everything you want in life. Without it, dreams remain just dreams. Clarity of purpose is the foundation upon which every great achievement is built. It is the driving force that separates those who merely exist from those who truly live with intention. When a person understands their purpose, they walk with a sense of direction that cannot be shaken by the opinions of others or the temporary setbacks of life. Without purpose, people drift. responding to circumstances instead of shaping them. But when you have clarity of purpose, you wake up every morning knowing exactly what you are working toward and why it matters. Finding clarity starts with self-reflection. It requires asking the hard questions. Who am I? What do I truly value? What kind of legacy do I want to leave behind? Too many people live their entire lives without ever pausing to answer these questions. They chase success without defining what success means to them. They follow trends, listen to the voices of others, and allow the expectations of society to dictate their path. But clarity of purpose demands something deeper. It requires a willingness to look beyond what is popular and focus on what is meaningful. Purpose is not something you invent. It is something you discover. God has already placed it inside of you. He has given you unique gifts, talents, and passions that are meant to guide your journey. When you align your life with that purpose, everything changes. Decisions become easier because you are no longer torn between what sounds good and what is right for you. Your energy is focused, your motivation is sustained, and your confidence grows because you are no longer guessing about your direction. Distractions are one of the biggest threats to clarity. In a world filled with noise, entertainment, and endless options, it is easy to lose focus. Social media, opinions, comparison, and even well-meaning advice can pull you in 100 different directions. But a person with clarity is not easily swayed. They have a vision that keeps them anchored, allowing them to navigate life with confidence. Instead of being reactive, they are proactive. Instead of waiting for opportunities to come to them, they create opportunities that align with their purpose. Having clarity does not mean you will always feel certain. There will be moments of doubt, seasons of waiting, and times when you question if you are on the right path. But even in those moments, clarity serves as a compass. It reminds you why you started. It keeps you from settling for less than what you were created for. Many people give up because they lack this foundation. When obstacles arise, they change direction, not because they should, but because they never truly knew where they were going in the first place. But those who have clarity are willing to endure difficulties because they understand the destination is worth the struggle. One of the greatest benefits of clarity is the ability to say no. Without it, people live in a constant state of overwhelm, saying yes to every opportunity, every request, and every expectation placed on them. But clarity gives you the courage to set boundaries. It allows you to protect your time, energy, and focus. When you know your purpose, you do not feel guilty for walking away from things that do not align with it. You understand that every yes to the wrong thing is a no to the right thing. Clarity of purpose also fuels perseverance. When challenges come, when progress feels slow, when nothing seems to be working, the person with clarity does not quit. They understand that purpose is bigger than feelings. It is bigger than temporary discomfort, is bigger than setbacks. This is why people who have clarity of purpose often outlast those who have more talent, more resources, or more opportunities. They refuse to be moved by circumstances because they are moved by purpose. Clarity is not a one-time revelation. It is a lifelong pursuit. It requires regular reflection, prayer, and realignment. As you grow, your understanding of your purpose deepens. New opportunities arise, new lessons are learned, and new directions become clear. But through it all, the core remains the same, a commitment to living intentionally, not aimlessly. Resilience in adversity is what separates those who keep going from those who give up. Life is unpredictable, and no matter how well you plan, challenges will come. There will be moments when things do not go your way, when doors close, when people disappoint you, and when your efforts seem to produce no results. But adversity is not meant to break you. It is meant to build you. It is in the struggles that you develop strength. It is in the setbacks that you learn the lessons necessary for success. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is not talent, resources, or luck. It is resilience. Resilience is the ability to keep moving forward even when everything inside you wants to quit. It is the mindset that refuses to accept defeat, that refuses to let obstacles define the outcome. Many people start strong, but when challenges come, they retreat. They let failure convince them that they are not capable. They let difficulties make them believe they are not meant to succeed. But those who understand resilience see challenges differently. They know that setbacks are not the end of the road. They are simply part of the journey. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with resilience is because they expect life to be easy. They assume that if they work hard, things should go smoothly. But success is never a straight path. It is filled with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. If you are not prepared for that, you will be discouraged every time something does not go according to plan. But if you expect adversity, if you understand that challenges are part of the process, then you will not be shaken when they come. You will be ready to adjust, to adapt, and to push through. Pain is often the birthplace of growth. Some of the strongest people in the world are the ones who have endured the most hardship. They did not let adversity define them. They used it to fuel them. They allowed their struggles to teach them, to shape them, and to strengthen them. Many people waste their pain by complaining about it, by running from it, by letting it make them bitter. But resilient people use pain as motivation. They refuse to let difficulties make them weaker. Instead, they allow them to make them stronger. Resilience is also about controlling your perspective. The way you see a challenge determines how you respond to it. If you see an obstacle as something that is stopping you, you will feel powerless. But if you see it as something that is preparing you, you will face it with strength. The same situation can either break a person or build them. It all depends on their mindset. People who lack resilience see difficulties as reasons to stop, but people with resilience see them as reasons to grow. Fear of failure keeps many people from developing resilience. They are so afraid of making mistakes that they never take risks. They play it safe, avoiding anything that might challenge them. But failure is not the opposite of success. It is part of it. Every successful person has failed probably more times than they can count. The difference is they did not let failure stop them. They got back up, learned from their mistakes, and kept going. Resilient people do not fear failure because they understand that every failure is a step closer to success. Resilience also requires patience. Many people give up because they expect instant results. They put in effort for a short time, and when they do not see immediate success, they quit. But true success takes time. It takes endurance. It takes the willingness to keep showing up day after day, even when progress is slow. People who achieve great things are not necessarily the smartest or the most talented. They are simply the ones who refuse to quit. Discipline and resilience go hand in hand. It is easy to be consistent when everything is going well, but true discipline is tested when things go wrong. Do you keep pushing forward when nothing seems to be working? Do you stay committed to the process even when it is difficult? Resilient people do not let emotions dictate their actions. They do not let discouragement keep them from moving forward. They are driven by purpose, not by feelings. There will always be reasons to quit. There will always be challenges, struggles, and moments when it feels like giving up is the easier option. But the people who keep going, who push past the obstacles, who refuse to let adversity define them, those are the ones who rise above the rest. They are the ones who achieve what others only dream about. Resilience is not just about surviving hardships. It is about using them as stepping stones to something greater.